Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. I have a very special person here with me today, and I'm going to be asking him a couple of questions about his business.
Special.
Well, yeah.
Keep rolling, I'm throwing you out. No, you can keep going.
This guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to business. He knows what he's talking about when it comes to content creation and business coaching. He's built an empire on a passion, and I'm going to ask him a few questions about that today. So, just very briefly, who are you? Where do you come from? Where did you start?
My name is Tim. Where am I from? Originally family heritage from Germany, but moved to Australia. I started the fitness industry over 10 years ago now with triple torn hamstring, which led me to study an undergrad in sports science and then went into a master's in strength and conditioning. Got my first job as a trainer without any qualifications, which was pretty scary. That's why I probably couldn't get a client for the first year in business, but persisted with it, and then eventually moved to America, where I was an intern strength and conditioning coach at the University of Arizona. Then moved back to Perth, got a job in a local gym when I got back, got fired very soon after that because I had outlandish views on how a business should be run, and my manager at the time was not happy with me. And then I started gym in my parents' garage. 1 year later, a couple of my clients said to me, "Hey Tim, you should open a real gym, not in your parents' garage." And I thought, oh, that'd be an awesome idea. And then next minute, I have been a slave to it. No, seriously, it's been the best thing I've ever done and the worst thing I've ever done all in one. But one of my other friends loaned me a very big sum of money to get me off the ground initially, which I paid him back. And now 3 gyms later, we are here in the Mammoth, in one of Australia's biggest private S&C facilities by member count, not actual size. And yeah, it's been a good journey.
And so how do you think, if you're going to take one thing out of that lesson from, obviously you've built it from being in a garage to, it's like a Jeff Bezos type story. So you've built it from in the garage to now. What do you think's been your biggest lesson, the most valuable lesson?
Hire coaches and people into the business that fit with the ethos and values of the company. Don't hire egos.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Big one.
Yeah, no, that makes absolute sense. And what do you think, like a piece of advice that you'd give someone who's going to start any business? Because I mean, a lot of the members here, we're all entrepreneurs and we've all got that, a few of us have got that kind of like madness in us and, that kind of thing. What's off the top of your head?
I would say don't get stuck in your own head. I think a lot of people get stuck in their limiting beliefs, emotions, negative thoughts about themselves. And I think that does limit you a lot in business. And that's one thing. As soon as I got my shit together mentally, business started really kicking off. And I know that all the coaches that I coach, that is a big issue for them, is getting stuck in their own head.
I think that's a problem for most of us.
I mean,
for me as well, as soon as you kind of retrain your mind to think about money in a certain way, or think about all these things that are holding us back or that we struggle with, as soon as you change your mind to it, well, you've opened the floodgates to a whole lot of new possibilities.
Potential.
Yeah, exactly. Tim and I have an arrangement. I do his weekly content, so photos for the gym, videos, but how do you think it's, having that kind of content in a world that is so visual, and everything we do, we communicate with the people in the gym, we communicate visually online. So what do you think has been what's the most valuable thing about having a relationship like that?
I think just having high quality content that is standing out in the industry. I think a lot of people in my industry do content, but it might not be the best content. It might not be the best looking content. So I always say you got to fake it till you make it. And if you're a gym or you're a business and you're putting out shit content that looks shit, customers can read into that. And I like to think that we put out high quality stuff on all of our channels. It looks really good, and then it has the impression of professionalism.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. And you go to the website and you'll immediately see that they take themselves seriously. And you come into the gym and you can see, the website and their social media and all of those things match up with what's going on here. And it just gives that client that sense of confidence that you're going to look after them,
Yeah, these guys have their shit together.
Yeah.
I know, like, and trust them,
Exactly.
So I will do business with them.
Yeah. So definitely get onto that. If you haven't, thank you so much for coming onto this little impromptu talk show. And there will be more videos kind of like this. I've got a few other special people lined up to chat to and ask them a whole lot of different questions. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next